Today is the 20th of March 2021. It is 11:30. I am currently driving towards South Bend, Indiana. Fun times. So I had an interesting experience the other day. I would call this man a friend of mine now. I mean, it's for sure. I don't see him as often as I like to, but he's part of the family. And with family get-togethers, we get together. And we were discussing the recent social, economic, political events of our day. And we're discussing some things. He's a little bit older than me. I'm guessing he's in his wife is 60? 62? Something like that. So he's got to be around there somewhere. So he's a little older than me. And we have some really wonderful conversations. I always enjoy talking to him because he is outside of the box thinker, and I can tell that this guy is always hungry for some deep conversation. So when we have these family gatherings and stuff, we talk, and I came up with this, because of the way we were talking. So I had this thought. In the current culture we live in, the black community in the United States seems to want to segregate itself again. All you hear about is Black Lives Matter and systemic racism, and everybody's racism, and racism. Everything's racist. Drinking milk is racist, owning dogs is racist. Everything is racist. And it's always black people pointing the finger of racism at white people. And, white people hate everybody that's not white. Also, you hate Latinos and you hate Asians and, everything. But when black people talk about racism, they're talking specific white and black racism. It's never anything else. That's really what it comes down to. So I had this great idea. You already have this going on, this segregationist mentality that existed in the South post-Civil War, pre-Civil Rights era. Separate but equal. Separate swimming pools, separate bathrooms, separate drinking fountains. And back in those days, there were black-owned businesses. White people segregated themselves. Black people segregated themselves because white people didn't want to have anything to do with the black people, but the black people wanted to be integrated into white society. But, well, we all know how it goes. So I had this thought, and there has been some call you hear from time to time. There's this reparations call, and then there's this call for we need our own black homeland, kind of how the Jews were prior to post-World War II. So then I thought, well, man, if this is what you want, if you want to have black-owned businesses again, if you want to have black-only baseball teams and black-only baseball leagues and black-only basketball leagues and black-only football leagues and black-only colleges and black-only, well, hell, you represent 13% of the United States population. So this is what you should do. This is what you should do, what the Jews did after World War II. They wanted to have their own homeland back in Israel, and the British, who owned that territory at the time, wanted to get rid of it because after the war, they realized it was too much trouble to maintain the vast amounts of territory they held across the globe for the past 200 years. But what happened is the Jews went around collecting money to buy the land. As the black community does not have to do that. All you have to do is you guys got to get together. 13% of you have to get together and pick a state in the union to move to. And the perfect state for you to, for the black community to move to is Georgia, because the black population in Atlanta is thriving. So you got to get together. You got to take that corporate mindset, that conformity culture that is so prevalent, that you can get together and everybody in the continental United States move, every black person move to Georgia. And here's the beauty about it. The white people are all going to move out. You don't have to buy anything. The white people are going to move out. The Hispanic people move out. The Koreans probably won't. They're going to keep their nail salons and their beauty supply places, and you guys all seem to be all right with that. But just think about it. Think about the utopia that the black community will create in one state. If all the black people move there, the majority of white people are going to move out. The majority of Hispanics are going to move out. They're going to sell all their property as cheap as hell to get out of there. You'll be able to buy it up very easily. And all you have to do is really, the black folk that can't afford it, you do what the Jews do. You take up a collection. You go around and you take up collections. And there are plenty of white people that are going to give you money to do that. Okay, you want to go to Georgia and set up your own home? Here you go. You will empty out every single state in this union and flood into Georgia. Every white person will go, and the property value will be cheap. You can buy everything out, and you can make Georgia the black utopian capital it was meant to be. Think of the power you wield there. You will have nothing but black senators, black Congress people, black mayors, black council members, black school boards, everything, the public school system, everything will be black owned and operated. It will be a utopia. There will be no systemic racism there because you will control the entire state. You can make your own laws. You don't even have to have black police officers. If you don't want any police officers, you can completely defund any kind of law enforcement because it's so systemically racist to have it. And you think this is a joke, and I'm not joking. Why have nobody in the black community thought of this? You don't have to have somebody give you the land. All you have to do is move there. People will be handing it to you for next to nothing. You will own everything. The black-owned businesses can thrive. All your customers will be black. You'll have no problems. You will have, as a racial group in a systemically racist country that supposedly hates you, no one is going to cause you any problems there. There will be no problems. There will be no white people left. There will be so few white. I even think the rich white people will be afraid to be there because they're worried that you want to kill them for the color of their skin, and they'll move out. Well, there will be some stragglers, but you can figure out how to deal with that. So if the black community hates white people so much, hates the system so much, hates the man so much, and everything is about systemic racism, move there as a community. Get together, take that corporate group think that really, really defines American black culture so well. Take it off the types of shoes you wear, take it off the type of music you listen to, and move there. Move there. Get yourselves focused on a great lofty goal, and you can go there, and you can do whatever you want. Just control the entire state, and that way, you can't sit around and complain that, oh, this white person's trying to hold me down, or this white guy is doing this, or the white government and the white blah blah blah. Look, I'm not saying there's not racist people. You probably think I'm one of them, but I'm not, because I believe in freedom. And part of being freedom is be able to move wherever you want. Part of being free is to be able to form whatever kind of club you want and let whoever you want in or exclude whoever you want out. I believe in self-segregation if that's what somebody wants to do. Nobody should stop you from segregating yourself if you choose to do so. There should not be laws in place to force you to either segregate or desegregate. But what you can't do as a people, and this is across the board, you can't force people to think in a way that you want them to think. You can't force people to your way of thinking. You can't force individuals to accept the things that you want them to accept, unless you brainwash them through the media. And that's another great thing, because if all the black people go to Georgia, you will control the media corporations in Georgia. All the news channels, everybody will be black. All the newspapers will be black owned. All the black writers and all the black writers for the newspapers, all the producers for the TV shows, everybody will be black. And the education system will be black, and you can tailor it to fit your needs without any systemic racism, and you can teach critical race theory, and you can do whatever you want. 13% of the American population is black. Get everybody to move to Georgia and make that the black utopia of the world. Show people what Wakanda would really look like. You can do it. I know that much, because once the black community puts its mind to something, they really put their effort and force behind it, they can do this. You can do this. Think about just what a wonderful place you can make Georgia to be. It would just be incredible. And that's what you need to do. There should be get rid of Jesse Jackson, Farrakhan, and Al Sharpton. Put somebody in charge that really has some good ability to think and organize and put this together, and do it. There will be nobody there to stop you. It'd be incredible. And you don't have to, I'm telling you, you don't have to fight, you have nothing. Because all the white people leave and all the Hispanic people leave. But you're going to have to deal with the Koreans and their nail shops. I'm sorry. It's just, you already deal with that now. You'll be able to figure it out. Till next time.